a second. Let's check and see if we're live. Yes, we are. Indeed, we are. Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Morning.
How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. A marvelous Monday, yes. Hope you guys are having a marvelous Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Just getting ourselves set up over here. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day.
Yeesh.
Yeesh. Give me 1 second. Yes, just getting ourselves all set up here. All right. All right, all right, all right. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Let's get ourselves all set up here. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Alrighty, alrighty. Let's see here. Alright. There we go. There we go. Right there. There we go right there. Okay. Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing today? Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys had a happy Father's Day and all that good stuff. Yes, sir. 1 sec here. All right. We're just getting ourselves all set up here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make sure that we are live on the YouTubes. Let's make sure. Let's make sure. Are we live on the YouTubes? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yeesh. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, we are. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's see here. Okay. There we go. All set. Wonderful. There we go. There we go. There we go. And let's get a share party going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going.
Let's
Yeesh.
get that share party going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. All right, all right, all right. see here. Okay. All right. There we are. Boom. Get ourselves all set. There we go. Let's check and see if we're live on the X. Let's check and see. We should be. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Yes, we are. We are live on X. We are live. All right. Let's make sure we're live on Twitch. Yes, we are. Okay. Let's make sure we share to Facebook. Let's see. All right. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. All righty. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. Boom. All right. And we are set. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, let's get this started.
Yes.
All right. What's up, guys? It's Double Nicks, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL Nicks in the house, aka the Ringmaker. And I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around in the tall weeds and the high trees and the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes Arby's. They have the meats. And of course, there are times where she likes to watch videos of puppies and kitties. You know, maybe throw in the stock market. She finds some ABCDs. And, you know, she ended up calling TMDE, which ran up 232%. Yes. We call her DBL Moms.
Hey.
Yes, good morning, DBL Moms.
Good morning.
Good morning. And ladies and gentlemen, by the way, yes, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Morning.
Yes. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you want access to our private Discord, be sure to like, actually, first things first, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. And the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yeah. All right. 1 second. There we go. Yes. All right. All right. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you want access to the beautiful, beautiful pics over here, you want access to this beautiful list that we have going on over here, right here, that shows these are our scanners right here, ladies and gentlemen. These are our scanners. They show the percentage changed, the time frame in which the scan was done, as well as whether STAK is going up or down, the ticker, the price, the volume, and the float of the STAK. You be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for only $1.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell ya.
Yes.
Yeah, because we called quite a few baggers today, ladies and gentlemen. The day just started. We already called some baggers. We called STAK, which ran up a nice 374%. DWSN, which ran up a nice 884%. RGC, which ran up 410%. TMDE, which ran up 232%. BATL, which ran up 228%. OP, which ran up 152%. LSE, which ran up 126%, and SRM, which ran up a nice 267%. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 baggers in the,
Yes.
and the day's still young.
Yeah.
The day's still young.
It's crazy today.
The day is still young,
Crazy today.
ladies and gentlemen. The day is still young, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party going. Share it up, share it up, share it with your mom, share it with your dad, share it with your brother, your sister, your cat, your dog, whatever. You know what I mean? Share it with your whatever. You know what I mean? All right. And also, ladies and gentlemen, we got this beautiful, beautiful news feed over here, which shows, obviously, the headline. It shows, which is, by the way, a link. You could click it. You get the headline right there. You get a small little dissertation of the little articles that are going on over here, as well as the tickers that are affected by said news. So, for example, there's this one right here. Stablecoins set to be Internet Digital Cash Genius Act may position U.S. as global hub, says Bernstein. And this has a nice little dissertation of what the little beautiful reading materials about over here. And then, of course, you got the tickers that are affected by the news right there. So, of course, you got each and every one of those bits of news over there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
All right. Let's check out SONM, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check out SONM.
S-O-N-M.
All right. Currently, SONM doesn't have many tails here. It doesn't have many candles here. It has a bunch of indecisive wicks. But SONM is up 55%. Has news that Sonim Technologies confirms a receipt of non-binding unsolicited indication of interest. So, let's see what they got going on over here. The float is 4.62 million. Volume is a little less than that at 4.57 million. Yeah. So, right now, the stunk has to make a bit of a... needs volume. Needs some volume. It's a bit overbought on the RSI. Has a bit of a double top going on here as well. So, not liking that too much. Not feeling that's too schmexy right there. Not liking that. Not schmexy to me. You know how it is. Let's check out SRM. Let's check out SRM. SRM. Let's check out SRM. SRM. Currently 14 million float, 10 million volume. So the volume is a lot less than the float. Not liking that part too much right there. But it is moving up a nice 273%. SRM. Currently 273%. Let's see here. Let me get the pen over here. Because before it was 267%. 273%. All right. So, right now it's 273%. And let's get some support and resistance lines over here because this ran up nice. It had a major price spike over here and then proceeded to make a bit of what I could only describe as a descending wedge over here. The beginnings of a descending wedge at least. Let's see here. Had a nice shot up, bop, right there. And then proceeded to go right there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. So, shot up nice. Made a bit of a descending wedge over here. Needs to break that descending wedge for it to be so much mexy to me. Let me get the graffiti pencil activated over here. Let's get the graffiti pencil activated. All right. $5.91. That is the resistance point right here. Also has to break through and hold that $4.83 mark. It's got support at 135, 232, 309, 363, and 416. Has to break through that 483 and 591 mark for it to be so much mexy to me. But right now, it looks like it's consolidated a little bit consolidated over here. Has to break through this little line over here at the $5.02 mark, $5.02 mark over here, for it to be so much mexy to me. Right now, it went down a little bit, but SRM had a nice high at 273. So we shall see what happens over here. Let's see what the news is for SRM. SRM launches Tron Treasury strategy with $100 million equity investment. So that's what they got going on right now. It looks like it's curling above that $5.02 mark, and it's hitting $5.30. It looks like it's trying to move. It looks like it's trying to keep moving. All right. It looks like it's curling a little bit. A little bit of curlage. Has a bit of a top tail. We don't like the top tails, DBL moms. We like the bottom tails. We like the bottom tails. Let's get a share party going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going. Share it up. Share it up. All right. Let's get a share party going over here.
Yes.
All right. That's what we need right there. Let's get to 200, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 200. 200. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get to 200. Yes. Let's see here. All right. Yes, let's get to 200, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 200. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. What else we got? Oh, looks like it's trying to keep curling. It's 267. SRM looks like it's trying to curl some more. 275, 279, 284. There we go. It looks like it's taking off now. 284. There we go. Come on now. 284. That's a new high of the day. New HOD right there. 284, ladies and gentlemen. 284. All right. 284%. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. We step up in the building and things start getting crazy. All right. So we call the total of 8 baggers already, and the day just started, ladies and gentlemen. STAK 374%, DWSN 884%, RGC 410%, TMDE 232%, BATL 228%, OP 152%, LSE 126%, and SRM 284%. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. That's what we got going on today. That's what we got going on. And again, Sonam Technologies confirms a receipt of a non-binding unsolicited indication of interest. That came out recently. That came out about 18 minutes ago, actually, ladies and gentlemen. Yeesh. Yeesh, yeesh, yeesh. Yeah. All right. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. All right. Let's see here. All right, all right, all right. Let's see what we got going on over here. What do we got going on over here? Okay. All right, all right, all right. Let's see here. Okay. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Let's see what we got going on. What do we got going on over here? All right. Okay. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get a share party going. Let's get a share party going on over here.
You gotta get to 200, man.
You gotta get to 200.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta get to 200. Come on now. Let's get to 200 over here.
Yes.
Let's get to 200 over here. All right, let's check out SONM because it looks like it's trying to curl a little bit. SONM hit a high earlier this morning. Actually, where is SONM? When do we? Because that's not on. That's not. We didn't write that down. Let's see here.
I think it's just new.
It just did.
Think, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it just became a
Just
new
because
bagger.
just
All
did.
right,
Just
SONM.
119 so far, I think.
Yes,
Yes.
119. You're
Yes.
right. You're right. All right. It broke through the little line that I set up over here. 146. Okay. All right. SONM. 119, ladies and gentlemen. 119. Another bagger, ladies and gents. Another bagger that we called for our pre-market Discord. Be sure to check out that 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. Yes, sir. Because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times.
123%.
123%. Okay.
Yeah.
123%. All right. All right, all right, all right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I like to see. That is what I like to see right there. All right. All right, all right, all right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. What do we got? What do we got?
My.
Let's see here. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. All right. Currently. Oh, excuse me. Yeesh. Boom. Anyways, so currently what we got going on here is SONM had a nice high of 134. It's moving. It's still moving. We still moving, ladies and gentlemen. We still moving and grooving. That is probably the 9th bagger of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
138%.
Yes, it is.
138%. All right, and SONM, by the way, has a float of 8 million. Volume is 11 million, so the volume's a lot higher than the float. I like that. I like that. And Sonim Technologies confirms the receipt of a non-binding unsolicited indication of interest. So they got that going on as well. Ladies and gentlemen, they got that going on right there.
Oh, my.
Right there.
And
Yes, sir.
It's still going.
And it's still going. It's 150.
It's still
151.
Going. It's still going.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Whoo!
I mean, really?
SONM.
Oh, my.
150%.
Damn.
150%.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. SONM 150%.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, whatever the interest is.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean. There we go.
This is interesting.
Hey, sometimes you got to be a little interested. I don't know.
My goodness.
It's moving nice. 161.
Oh, my.
All right.
Oh, my.
It's going in leaps and bounds here, man.
Leaps and bounds.
Leaps and bounds. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. 161, ladies and gentlemen. 161%. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. All right, all right, all right. Let's see what we got going on here, ladies and gentlemen. What do we got going on? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look at that. All right, so we called STAK 374%, DWSN 884%, RGC 410%, TMDE 232%, BATL 228%, OP 152%, LSE 126%, SRM 284%, and SONM 161%. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 baggers, ladies and gentlemen. 9 baggers. 9 baggers. Can I have another piece of paper, ladies and gentlemen? Can I have another piece of paper so I can write? Because
you need another piece, huh?
yeah, I need another piece. The thing is, right? Like, because I keep these written down right in front of me so I can just read them off, right, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the thing is, right, when they start going crazy like this, I need to rewrite it, because the thing is, I'm starting to run out of, like, I'm literally starting to run out of, like, room on this piece of paper to write. So I gotta and then it gets harder to read. So right there we got STAK 374%, and SONM is now 173, by the way. 173. All right. 173. All right, so you got STAK 374, DWSN That one is a nice 884. All right. RGC is 410%. That's right. That's what that hit. TMDE, Tango Mike Delta Echo, 232%. All right. BATL, Bravo Alpha Tango Lima. Oh my God. SONM is now 176.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's going.
yeah.
She on.
You
She
think so?
gone.
I think so.
Oh my.
I think it's.
You know what?
It's
You
a
know what?
little
You know
on
it's a
the
good day
creepy
when you're
side.
calling so many baggers that you gotta like try to keep up with all the baggers you're trying that you called.
They're all sneaking up on you and stuff.
It's not even that. Like it's not even that. It's just like a matter of the baggers are just there, man. It's just going crazy right now.
They really are.
Yes, SONM just went nutso.
Just cuckoo.
It went nutso. You know it's a good day when you got to keep up with the baggers.
Oh yeah. That's
Yes,
a
sir.
good day.
That's a good day. Let's check out
That's a
STAK.
good day.
STAK, by the way. STAK. STAK. Let's see what they got going
I'm
on.
afraid to move. Okay, here we go.
All right, STAK looked like it was trying to get a little bit more momentum, a little bit, but it's got to break through this pennant over here. Honestly, I mean STAK had a nice move earlier, 374%, 374% right here. So let's see what's going on here. All right, has to break that pennant over there. It's trying to break. It's at 424 right now. Let's get the support and resistance lines over here. All right, there we go. So you got support at 184, support at 383, has to break the resistance at 487, 580, 674, 790, and 977. So has to hold at 353, has to break 487 for it to be somewhat schmexy. Then after that has to break 580, then must break. Then it's got to break 674, then 790, and then 977 for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. You know what I mean? Has to be somewhat schmexy to me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right. Let's see here. All right. What do we got going on here? SVRE? Ooh, looks like SVRE is trying to make a few moves. Let's see. Let's see what SVRE is trying to do. SVRE. Ooh, popped. Looks like it popped and dropped. It has news that Saver One signs preliminary agreement with leading European ADAS technology provider for sensor fusion collaboration. So, I don't know, right there. That sounds like something very interesting right there. But the float is 347,000. So the float is a little bit low. Volume is 574,000 though. So the volume's higher than the float, but the thing is the float is pretty low. So because the float is pretty low, at least in my opinion, it gets a little sporadic. You know, it's much more sporadic when the float is low. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I normally me personally, I try to look for that happy medium, because if it's too high, it doesn't move that much. If it's too low, it moves a little too sporadic. You know, it's one of those things, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of those things. So, and as far as this one goes, it's very, very volatile. So, I'm not interested. And I don't find it schmexy. Not schmexy to me. Not schmexy to me, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. What do we got? All right. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's go back to.
Which one?
Let's go back to SRM. Because SRM seems to be moving. SRM a little bit of movement. SRM had a high at 284. Oh, hold on. Let me refresh here. Let me refresh. Bop, right there. All right. Looks like it's trying to curl off the descending wedge a little bit. Looks like it's trying to. A little bit of curlage, a little bit. Looks like it's trying to, but it has to break through this little line over here. I'm gonna make it like a little line over here. What else? What's up? What's up? SVRE? All right, SVRE. Let's take a look back at it. It looks like it's trying to scooch up a bit more. All right, yeah, a little bit. All right, a little bit of an uptrend, little small one. Okay, it looks like it's trying to keep going. Again, I mean, the volume is higher than the float. It's just a matter of, oh my. Okay, 39%.
Well then.
All right.
Yeah.
Again, Saver One signed a preliminary agreement with a leading European ADAS technology provider for sensor fusion collaboration. So that's what they got going on.
Yeah.
All right. Right there. That's what they got going on right there. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see here. So that's what they got going on so far. Let's see here. I'm still writing down that stuff regarding, yeah, 126. Yeah, it's still scooching. Still scooching a little bit. All right. All right. There we go. Yep. All right. So an M173. Okay, there we go. So I think we got all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 baggers so far. 9, ladies and gentlemen. 9. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. So right now, SVRE seems to be moving up. It looks like it's moving up nice right now. All right. Let's check the floating volume for it right now. Let's check the floating volume. The SVRE. Yep. The float is still 347,000 and change. So again, very low on the float. So in my opinion, it's going to be a little sporadic still, you know. All right, but right now the volume is 1.41 million. So it's a lot higher now. But it is moving like crazy. Had a nice shot upward. All right, now it looks like it's trying to come back down a little bit because it is a bit overbought in the RSI. It is a little bit overbought in the RSI in my opinion. So, yeah, right now it's as far as that goes. You know, again, floats low. So it'll sometimes jump up and then it'll go back down and it's a whole thing, but it's a low float stock. So, in my opinion, at least it tends to be a little, uppy downy, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, that's what they got going on. They got news. They got the volume. Yeah, but the float is low, so it's a little. Bless you, by the way, DBM Moms. Bless you. Bless you again.
Thank you.
All right. Yeesh. That's what we got going on.
Yes. Things happen today.
All right. SVRE looks like it's still trying to move a little bit, but right now it's got a bit of a top tail. We don't like the top tails, DBM Moms. We like the bottom tails. We like the bottom tails. Yeah, that's what we like. That's what we like right there. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Let's see. So.
Let's see what we got going on.
Oh no.
Yeesh. All right.
Let's see. Brain.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. And let's get a share party going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going over here. Share it up. All right. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And, of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. And the early bird gets the cash. Be sure to follow us on YouTube, where we do a lot of videos and live streams and all sorts of other good stuff. You can find us there at Coach Sig Money.
At Coach Sig Money.
At Coach Sig Money. You can find us on X.com, a.k.a. Twitter, at Coach Sig Money.
At Coach Sig Money.
At Coach Sig Money. You can find us on Twitch, at Coach Sig Money.
At Coach Sig Money.
At Coach Sig Money. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, at Coach Sig Money.
At Coach Sig Money.
And you can find us on TikTok, Tiki-Taki, a.k.a. the Tac Tac. You can find us there at DBL Nicks.
At DBL Nicks.
At DBL NICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it for us. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.